All right, thank you, Owen. And for analysis, we turn now to Dr. Todd Belt, Director of the Political Management Program at George Washington University. Dr. Belt, great to be with you today. So after much speculation, looks like the debates are finally happening. But why are the candidates bypassing the Commission on Presidential Debates, and is that at all unusual?
Good to be with you, and thanks for having me on. It is unusual. The Commission for Presidential Debates has been doing this since the 1988 election cycle. But before that, it was actually run by the League of Women Voters, and both parties changed and put together this commission because they were not happy with the rules. And here we see again that the Republicans 2 years ago voted to withdraw from this commission and to try to figure out how to do their own debates. So this isn't the first time this has happened. The candidates want more control, and the type of control that they want is very different, as you heard about some of the things that Joe Biden is asking for.
Yeah, and it sounds like, one of the debates is going to happen in June next month. That's before either one of the candidates is actually the official nominee for their party. Now, has that ever happened before? And what about the timing of the debate?
Yeah, this has never happened before, and we are going to have the longest general election in history because we know the nominees, and we're going to have this debate in June, which is completely unprecedented. How is this going to work? Well, both of these candidates are really going to try to set the stage for what they want to talk about for the rest of the summer. They're going to try to set the agenda and put particular issues out there so that people will be thinking of them. For the Republicans, it's going to be crime and immigration. And for the Democrats, it's going to be abortion and the threat to democracy posed by a second Trump campaign.
Yeah, let's talk about those issues. What would you like to see the candidates debate about? And what do you think the American people, what do they really want to hear?
Right. Well, I think that two of the things that Biden asked for, which was the cutting of the mics so that they can't talk over one another, and the studio audience, actually would make for a better debate for voters so they would learn more. And the reason is this. When you have the live audience, you have the candidates trying to put together what we call a zinger, or something that's memorable that gets played over and over in the media again afterwards. When they're not playing to the audience, they're going to have to talk more about what they want to do for the American people. And of course, when they can't talk over one another, that limits that too. So I'm hoping that we're going to get more policy discussion out of these debates.
Yeah, and also, as we heard, missing from these debates are the other candidates who are currently running. I know there are certain metrics that the candidates have to reach in order to be considered for these debates. That said, do you think it would be beneficial for the American people to hear from the other people that are running?
Right. Well, in a democracy, more information is certainly better than less, but we probably wouldn't even get these debates if there was going to be a third-party candidate. The Republican and Democratic Party have not put a third partisan on the debate stage with them since Ross Perot, and when he was on, he was able to generate a bit of momentum. They don't want that to happen again. And with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. pulling disproportionately from, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., nobody knows who he's pulling from. There's some studies that show he's pulling a little more from the Democrats, some a little more from the Republicans. He's really a wild card, and that's one thing you don't want on the stage as a wild card.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Dr. Belt, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Great to be with you.